Alrighty, boys, it's the big one. So the news is out, and it's the slime collab one. So there's going to be a lot here. I apologize if it's a long video, but we're going to go over the entire thing. So I guess get ready for that. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, feel free to subscribe. I'm going to be going over all of the content and stuff like that as it comes out. I post every day. So that's my hard sell. There we go. Anyway, looks like pretty normal. It's not even like super normal. I mean, it's only like a 2.5 hour maintenance. I could definitely see this one getting extended at some point because this is going to be a pretty big patch. But I guess we'll just kind of have to see. Either way, there are 2 new heroes getting added because, you know, the other 4 heroes were already in the game. But we're getting Octagram Demon Lord Rimuru Tempest from the 2nd season of the show. And we're getting Shuna, who is not everyone's favorite. So, yeah, it's pretty cool. I don't know. I'm not hating on either one of them at all. I mean, Rimuru's really cool. Shuna's okay. I kind of like Shuna as a character. I've seen the show, but I don't know. I feel like they could have went with something different. Either way, new costumes, of course, for both of the characters, and there are also new costumes for each of the SSR heroes that were already in the game. So we have one for Malim, one for the original Rimuru, and one for Benimaru. You know, these are the only paid cosmetics there are for these characters specifically because back in my day they didn't charge you for, you know, cosmetics on the collabs. They just gave them out for free, but times have changed, I guess. So yeah, these are all paid cosmetics. So I guess be very aware that you will get free cosmetics if you weren't around. You'll get the original ones that we got the first time around, but these are the ones that you'll need if you want them to have all 5 slots on their cosmetics. So they are paid. We haven't gotten into the 3rd week of the slime collab yet because normally in the game it's 2 weeks of paid, or it would be 2 weeks of unpaid. So you'll buy them with gems or whatever for, you know, costumes and stuff like that. But I highly doubt that these are going to be available for gems, but I guess we'll just have to see. Either way, they are finally adding holy relics to all of these old characters, and the new ones are getting holy relics as well because, you know, as collabs come back around, holy relics are a new thing, and they are being introduced to the characters as they come back around, so this is very good. If you don't already know, new Rimuru's increases the hero's pierce rate by 80%, which is pretty crazy. Like, his whole kit is based around him getting tons of pierce rate, so it's kind of weird, especially with his pierce rate being a single target skill, which is pretty interesting. Like, it definitely does a ton of damage. He's like a character that you don't necessarily need a ton of dupes on because he just as a unit can deal so much damage. You're not really relying on the ult, I guess, which is really nice. Shuna's is when the hero uses a recovery skill, removes 1 debuff from allies, then applies an effect which increases pierce rate by 20% for 2 turns. So it's pretty interesting. Not the greatest you've ever seen. I don't know. I haven't obviously used it or anything like that yet, but from what I've seen, it doesn't seem super impressive. Blue Rimuru's is each time the hero's HP is depleted by 4%, attack-related stats increases by 1% when using skills. So it's not like the whole HP depleted thing is similar to Festival Merlin's passive, but it's obviously he's gaining stats, and you know, instead of him like being higher up HP doing more damage or whatever like hers does. But it's kind of vaguely similar with the whole like HP 4% thing. Malim's is for each orb filled in the ultimate move gauge when the hero increases rank of, uses or moves a skill, increases crit chance and crit damage by 10% for 3 turns, up to 5 times. If there are 5 or more ultimate move gauges or move gauge orbs, recovers 30% of max HP, which is pretty interesting, I have to say. Like having that little bit of extra like HP whenever you get full ultimate gauge is kind of nice. That, you know, almost just keeps you in the game, a little bit of survival on top of that, and the rest of her stuff, you know, increasing crit chance and crit damage is pretty good because, you know, she's more or less like a crit sort of based unit. Benimaru's increases attack related stats by 20% and restores HP by 25% of damage dealt when attacking enemies who are debuffed. So that one is also pretty interesting. There's obviously a ton of units in the game that debuff at the moment, plus he has a debuff unit or card of his own, so you know, you can get really good use out of this one. Collab Holy Relic materials. Obviously, we're getting the same ones that we had during the KOF collab, and I think somebody that already plays on JP was telling me and some of the other people whenever I was summoning for Tarmiel that you can actually use these materials if you have excess or you would rather build them. That yeah, you can also craft Holy Relics for the KOF 98 collab heroes. So if you maybe missed out somehow, maybe you didn't grind out enough materials or whatever the case may be from the events or whatever, you can actually get Holy Relics for the KOF characters if you missed out on that or whatever. So if you didn't have Terry's or you didn't have Kiyo's or whoever the case may be, you can build that instead if you really want to, which is actually kind of nice. I wasn't actually expecting them to use the exact same materials, but it's actually a really cool move, gotta say. Collab Holy Relic material location, so a chance to craft 5 free Holy Relics through the events. It looks like there's just small missions, I guess, or well, no, they're giving out boxes that give you the amount of materials that you need. Each box has the amount that you need to build 1 full relic. It looks like you get 2 boxes through the special rewards round 3 and 7 of the spin event. One of them is through the Claim and Exchange shop, which is the event battle that they're doing. One of them is just a maintenance reward, so as soon as the maintenance is over, you'll just check your mail and get one, which means you'll be able to build a Holy Relic right out of the gate, which is really cool. And then the other one is from the event Deathmatch Ifrit exchange shop, which I don't think is in this maintenance. I think Ifrit actually comes in next week's maintenance, if I'm not mistaken. Added a Tensura title Tempest, which is cool because I think all of the previous collabs, I think at this point, have had a title tied to them. I'm not actually sure if the AOT one did or not, but I guess if it didn't, they'll probably add one to it if they ever do a part 2 to that. But yeah, they're adding a new title regarding, you know, the slime collab, which is kind of cool, I guess. I use the KOF one just because it's like tournament champion, sounds kind of cool, and it's an SR rarity, so it like looks gold underneath your name, so I like that. So I don't know, if the Tempest one looks kind of cool, I might end up switching over to that one. Hero coins added to exchange at the Platinum Coin Shop. So because it's a collab, if you pull extra copies of characters or whatever, if you're summoning a ton, or you just pull a bunch of extra copies of ones that you're not really all that interested in, so you pull a bunch of, you know, blue Rimaru's, for example, because he's kind of on the weaker side of the rest of these collab units, you can actually trade those coins in for other units, which is really nice. This is only during the collab, by the way. I don't think that you'll be able to exchange these like after the collab ends. You'll either need to feed the dupes of these or trade them in for other characters or whatever the case may be, because it's not like a permanent option. It's only available through the you know, the month of May, so be aware of that. New engravings, of course. You can now make UR gear for Rimuru, Malim, Benimaru, and Shuna, which is nice. I would say that Rimuru is the most value because it's a, you know, most of the time collab units are like, oh, you make UR gear, but it's only for, you know, only one unit can get use out of it. But there's 3 Rimarus in the game as of this update. But I don't know, Slime Rimaru's not super, you know, attack focused or whatever, so it's probably not going to be the greatest to use, you know, an attack crit set on him. And honestly, the blue Rimuru is just kind of lackluster from what I've seen, so I think green Rimuru for me is just going to have his you know, UR gear on him at all times. But hey, you know, whatever. Exchange shop, exchange periods, limited items, Covenant Sariel. Okay, so the art set for Sariel and some of the seasonal event items are going to be rotating, I guess, around. So I think what this is saying is there's a new set for Scotty, which is kind of interesting. I haven't actually seen this set. I've not really seen anybody talk about it, but it I don't know, maybe it looks kind of cool. I'm not really sure what the weapon's supposed to be. I'm not a big fan of those glasses, but I'm interested in the outfit if the outfit looks kind of cool. Plus, I can probably use some extra cosmetics for her, so That'll be kind of nice. There is a Hawk Pass coming out, of course, if you have the extra. I already have all of the stuff that I need, like all of the points built up to buy this outfit without having to buy the Hawk Pass, which was really nice. So if you're not interested in this one, maybe the next one will have something decent. Just save your points or whatever. Consecutive purchase bonus for that, of course. Blah blah blah. Diamond shop bundles. So instead of having every time a new banner comes out, they end up making it to where the diamond shop gives you diamonds and tickets for the current banner. So if you need those to buy, to summon on the new banner, feel free. New bundles, of course. There is a Tensura guaranteed bundle, which comes with a ticket that you can use to summon on an exclusive banner. You'll only get to buy this one time, but that ticket will guarantee you one of the 4 or is it 5 SSR slime units. So that's kind of nice. With the banner itself, if I haven't already said, is pretty bad because the old units are lumped in with the rest of the general pool, which makes them like a 0.2% chance to pull, whereas the new units, the new Rimuru and Shuna, are both 0.5, which is ridiculous. And the rest of the units on the banner are like coin shop units or just commandments or whatever, and they're just such old units. They really shafted the banner on this one. It's so stupid. But either way, moving on. After the purchase period, they're adding the Icthernir bundle, so you'll be able to buy this. If I'm not mistaken, on JP, this bundle's about $50, like $50 equivalent, to be able to buy this. So I'm assuming this is going to be, about the same price-ish on Global. I don't necessarily know that that's super worth it, but maybe you want some of the goddess relics or whatever. I'm not really gonna hate on this. It was a really scummy move when they originally added the bird bundles and everything like that, because the bird had literally just come out whenever they released that. But there's been a pretty decent amount of time since the deer has been out at this point, and I mean, it just kind of is what it is. They were going to monetize it eventually. Honestly, now is a halfway decent time for them to sort of capitalize on that, so I really can't fault them too bad. I mean, they just released 4 new angel relics that are all pretty interesting and decent. So I mean, if you want to buy this for it, feel free, do whatever you want to. I'm not going to buy it just because if I can farm it out, why would I spend money on it? But whatever. System updates. Friendly match spectator mode. You can now spectate other knights' battles in friendly matches, which is actually pretty interesting. That's kind of cool. I'm assuming this would be used for maybe tournaments or something like that. That would be actually kind of cool. So friendly match lobby screen. This is what it's going to look like now. Waiting to enter spectator mode. You will enter when the first turn ends. There will be a delay between the actual battles and what you see. Oh, okay. So it's delayed as well, so that way you can't I guess help the other player out, letting them know hey, this is what he has in his hand or whatever the case may be. That's actually kind of funny. So there's how to participate. Improve the UI for patrols. Improve the UI for better visibility on battle and patrol. Okay. Improve the way box items open. Opening a single box will now open the same way as multiple box openings. I'm pretty sure that just means it's going to open up a lot faster, which is actually really nice, because sometimes opening up multiple boxes or whatever is just agony. It just takes forever. And I mean, I know that sounds like a dumb thing, but it's kind of nice when they add stuff like this. Purchase bundle renewal. So if I'm not mistaken, all of the bundle screens and stuff like that have been sort of swapped up and changed a little bit now. They just gave them kind of like a facelift, so they look a little bit better. Not hating on that, I guess. I mean, as someone who does frequent the shop, I say frequent, but I literally just buy the monthly and weekly bundles whenever possible. So I don't know. I'll be able to see the cool new screen when I do that, I guess. Balance changes. So if you don't already know, they did rework all of the original SSR slime collab characters. It looks like I wasn't actually sure if they did it or not, but the original slime Rimuru, the SR one, did not get buffed, so he is still just as bad. He also did not get a holy relic, which is big rip. But I mean, I didn't really expect him to get one. Obviously a lot of stats were changed. I can you can pause it if you really want to go over these. I'm really bad with this kind of stuff in general, so me looking at these numbers really tells me almost nothing about the unit, to be honest. Like, if I actually took the time to learn how these, you know, numbers worked, then I would actually care about this. And I mean, I can tell that some of these are really big. Like crit chance on Malim going from 20 to 95, that's pretty huge. Crit damage from 20 to 60 is obviously really big jump. So just having these numbers updated to more modern standards is really, really good, considering they don't really do this for a whole lot of units. I wish they would do this for some of the old units that are already in the game, but hey, whatever. So they, you know, the basic stats or the regular hero stats are improved. The super awakening level stats are also improved. You know, the costume stats costume stats are not included. This is the attack defense, attack HP. So you are level 60 stats, I guess. All right. They also changed up some of the characters' moves. So now Rimuru's taunts on level 1, 2-turn taunt on level 2, stays the same on 3. Malim's card actually is a little bit more on the damage side. Like, they actually upped the numbers quite a bit, which is kind of ridiculous that this didn't even do 100% of the attack beforehand, which there's still some units like that. If I'm not mistaken, Galland, the blue Galland, his AoE card is like 80% of his attack instead of, you know, like the fact that you're not even getting your full attack stat out of an attack is kind of ridiculous to me, but times have changed. But anyway, all right, didn't mean to open that. Yeah, the damage modifiers on those have definitely gone up. It now depletes ultimate move gauge at the end of the enemy's turn, as well as disabling ultimate move, so it's like a dissolve as well, which is actually kind of nice. I didn't actually know that it changed to that specifically. Single target skill pierce effect increase, so I'm assuming because the new Rimuru gets a single target pierce card, and his is so much better than what the previous ones are, these characters that have a single target pierce card are being buffed a bit, so instead of, you know, the old multipliers or whatever, they're actually getting added or increased, so that's actually kind of nice. Other system improvements, previously updated or acquired Tensura food collab will be unusable. Okay, so you've actually been able to see the collab food from the original collab the entire time. It's at the very bottom of the list. I guess that's now maybe not a thing. Maybe they removed that section. I'm not too sure. They were only used for Ifrit, if I'm not mistaken. I can't remember exactly what they were used for, but I remember getting them way back in the day. Malim Nava's costume will be unequipped. Previously equipped Tyrant of Destruction, Malim Nava's outfit and cosmetic costume will be unequipped due to the addition of her weapon costume. Her costumes will need to be re-equipped manually after the maintenance is complete. Oh yeah, so she doesn't have attack pieces. All of her like weapons or whatever are new to this update. They're actually getting added with some of the content in general. So she did not have costumes all of her costume pieces just did not have attack pieces to them. If you look in the game right now before the update comes out, she just doesn't have attack pieces if you have her. But with the new update coming out, she will get attack pieces added, which is good because she's kind of an aggressive character. You kind of need attack pieces on a character like this. New events. Sorry, I've got to sneeze really quickly. I can feel it. I know that I'm going to forget to edit that out, so I am sorry. Either way, new events. It looks like we have special missions, of course, World Quest, Claiming Boss, and an exchange shop for that. Spin event. Obviously, you see the Ifrit is locked at the moment. We're getting a Diamond Perks event for spending diamonds, and a King exchange event as well, along with the Fort Solver's dungeon. So that's quite a bit of stuff in this update. This should be a really good update for just like free materials and exchange shop stuff, and just a really good time in general. You can see right here, Deathmatch, Ifrit, and Exchange Shop and Fort Solver's Dungeon will be opened in a later update. That should be 1 week after. Upgrade Slime Rimuru Tempests. Ultimate move to max level. Okay. So... Oh, yeah. So if you played the original Slime collab, you got 4/6 Slime Rimuru. And they're actually giving out... I think some of these are like special missions or whatever. You'll be able to complete these and get a free copy, and then the day 3 of the login event that they're going to be doing to get free tickets, you'll also get a copy of him. So if you played the previous one, you'll be able to get him 6/6, which is really nice. So don't miss out on a chance to get free Tempest. It says 6 times. I don't know if there's other ways to get him for other, like for the newer players or whatever, but I'm not completely sure on that one, I guess. But yeah, login event. They are giving away a free copy of Blue Rimuru, which is cool, I guess. Like I said, he's kind of on the weaker side of all of the collab units at this point, but you know, if you do all of the special missions, you get a free multi's worth, plus the login event is a second multi's worth, and then if you finish these completely, you get the Blue Rimuru, which is really nice. World Quest is going to be like the little story thing that's added. It looks like you're going to be able to get some of the costumes and stuff like that for the Slime Rimuru, which is kind of cool. These are, it looks like the free ones that you used to be able to get, which is kind of nice, I guess. And then event achievements. These are a lot of the old costumes that you used to be able to get for free, or well, you still can get them for free, but these are the free cosmetics, and you'll get these through like some small achievements or whatever that you can complete during the event. So look out for those. Acquire 2022 fire essences and costumes from getting achievements, and then yeah, you can go to the achievements up here while you're doing some of the story stuff, I assume, and you'll be able to see whether or not like what you need to do to complete those and get those stuff. So looks like the exchange shop for the Clayman is you can get one of the relic boxes, one copy of Rimuru here, the crown for Rimuru, which I already have, some Super Awakening coins, demon materials, one full set of, I think this is base Rimuru's cosmetics, because I'm pretty sure these are the ones that I already have. The clear count rewards, you actually get 2 weapons for Malim, which is really nice. There's an exchange shop if you really need to get extras of these, and if you don't feel like running the actual event, which I don't know, maybe you don't, but it should be pretty active. Spin event, it looks like you're going to be getting, these are actually 2 new costumes for Slime Rimuru, which is kind of cool. I really like this one specifically, where he's like the old man with the eye patch kind of deal, and then that one's got a little helmet. Kind of neat, I guess. You also get the 2 Holy Relic materials out of that one, just regular sort of materials with Super Awakening coins and, you know, demon materials and all that good stuff from the spin event. And you'll use that, or you'll be able to participate in that by getting these little coins from all of these different stages, and you can get 30 of those a day. Diamond Perks event, so if you spend up to 900 diamonds, which is more than 1 rotation, you'll be able to get all of these rewards. I hope that I don't have to do more than 1 whole rotation, but you know, whatever. King exchange event is pretty standard, all of this stuff. These are actually really good to get rid of like rare pendants and SR pendants that maybe you stack up on or whatever, so make sure that you do those. Boosting event, so it looks like you'll be able to do a whole bunch of, you know, just regular stuff in game but at increased rates or whatever, so that's really, really good. New battle event, I'm glad with all of the stuff going on they didn't add 2 battle events. This is still a daily limit one, so you have to probably wait 2 days to finish this, unfortunately, but there's also a village donation event going on, and of course some of the current Tarmiel banner stuff is going away, so make sure that you do any of that you need to. But yeah, that is going to be it for the entire patch notes. Quite a lengthy one, quite a bit of content in this update in general. Pretty excited about this one. Obviously collabs are kind of a big deal. They honestly scare me a little bit because the characters are so limited, and like I feel obligated to like spend the money on these collabs and stuff like that, especially with like after the KOF one came out and I didn't buy costumes for Kyo or Terry, and you know, lacking some of the CC on those characters. I'm definitely going to be trying to get the ones for Rimuru here. I'll probably end up getting the ones for Shuna as well, and I think I'm going to buy the Malim one. I'm not really as interested in these 2, but I might get the Benimaru one if I really want to, but I'm definitely I'm actually definitely not buying Rimuru's. But anyway, that's it from me. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. I should be back home tomorrow, so I will be doing a live stream whenever we do our summons and everything like that. So feel free to subscribe so you don't miss out on that. If you're awake or just around whenever the patch drops at 2:30 a.m. PDT, or that should be around 3:30 a.m. my time if it doesn't get delayed, I will be going live and doing summons and probably messing around with some of the content. So I will see you guys there. Thanks so much for watching. Feel free to subscribe like I said, and I'll see you in the next one.